Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I want to tell y'all a story time. And this is one of the stories that happened in jail. And it kind of showed me what length people would go to get drugs or whatever. This particular story had to do with drugs. So, when I was in jail, there was this woman that came in sometime after me or around the same time. And she kind of hung out with me and a few of the women that I was friends with at first. And, she was kind of making me mad, but she didn't start making me mad until much, much later. She kept basically pissing me off every now and then. And at first, we started out really good friends and everything, we were friends. Let me describe what this woman looked like. She was short. She was about 5'2". Short, bob cut hair. I don't understand why. She was probably in her 30s. I don't really remember how old she was. She had dentures. She had no teeth, but she had dentures, top dentures. And she had a few tattoos, I think. Anyway, so we kind of started noticing that she kept going upstairs. Now, the thing with upstairs is it has all of the women that were wealthy and high up. They thought they were the shit. Those were the ones that slept upstairs. They're really, really spoiled, daddy's girl type shit. Now, I never stayed upstairs, okay? I was always downstairs. I never went upstairs. I went upstairs one time, but I never went upstairs to shower because there was two showers, two bathrooms in the place. There was one upstairs and one downstairs. And the one upstairs I never went, but I always went to the one downstairs. So did a lot of people for some reason. But anyway, so we kept noticing that she kept going upstairs. And she'd come back down, act like nothing happened. And one day she was acting real suspicious, all day. She slept upstairs. She got into an argument with somebody down on my part of the floor. And she got into an argument with this person and was packed all her shit and went upstairs. So then she went upstairs and she slept up there for a few nights or whatever. And this one particular night she was acting very suspicious. She was not talking to any of us. She, I don't even know. She just kept ignoring all of us. And she just kept going. And it was around, I want to say 9 o'clock. And somewhere around there. It was pretty dark. It was dark outside when this was all going down. And she was coming down the stairs. Now, these stairs were hard and see-through, and they were like steel stairs. And so she was coming down in socks and her blanket. She had her blanket wrapped around her, okay? And it was down to the floor, And normally when you walk downstairs with a blanket, you're supposed to pick it up and then walk down. But apparently she didn't get that memo. Well, she was walking down the stairs and slid on her blanket and fell all the way down the fucking stairs. Like, all the way down the stairs. And, like, me and the women that I was friends with were freaking out. Like, we were like, oh my god, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And the cop, like, came running in, okay? And he's calling dispatch, and he's calling everybody, and he's calling an ambulance, like, and there was other cops at the door, and they were talking. He was kind of scared because, you know, it was on his shift, and everything, and he apparently never seen this before, okay? And so, you know, he's helping her, like, she's in tears, claiming she can't move her neck, whatever. So she's saying she can't move her neck, she can't do this, you know, she can't do that, whatever. And so they call an ambulance, and the ambulance comes and picks her up, right? Now, they take her to the hospital, and she's there for hours. Okay, she's there for hours. And so, like, we were all, like, me and the women that I was friends with in jail, we were scared. I was crying, they were crying. Like, they felt bad, I felt bad. And we were like, oh my god, I hope she's okay. Like, we were literally her friends. Like, we were her friends, okay? Now, a couple hours go by, it's 11, I think. It's night, lights out. You know, it's lights out or whatever. And, you know, we're pretty much, you know, there and going to bed, pretty much. And everybody was still up at this time. And she comes in. And, you know, it may not have been a nighttime, but it was nighttime when she came back. So, she walks in, and has, like, you know, she's just holding her neck, and she walks in, you know, perfectly fine. We run up and get ready to give her a hug. I have my arms wide open for this bitch, and you know what she did? She runs right upstairs. I had my arms wide open, and she goes, and then runs up the fucking stairs. So at this point, I'm pissed. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so was with the girls that I was friends with. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And she smelled like a cigarette. I'm just going to say that now. I'm just going to throw that in there. She smelled like a cigarette. Now, I'm pissed, okay? I am furious at this point. I'm going to calm down, because I'm getting mad. Anyway. So at this point, I'm pissed. I'm furious. Like, she runs all the way upstairs, talks to the women, and then eventually comes back down with all of her stuff and lays her mat across the floor and just lays there. Okay? Now, this woman comes down and acts like everything's okay. Acts like everybody's her friend, blah, 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 right? And she's coming down in tears, like, whatever. She comes down. She may not have been in tears. I don't remember. But she comes downstairs, and we're like, so, what the fuck happened? Like, me, when I'm in jail, I am mouthy. Like, I will, like, when I'm in person, I do not fucking talk to you. If I'm mad at you, I'm not talking to you. I'm not going to say anything to you. Now, when I'm in fucking jail, my whole demeanor changes. I flip. I am a different person in jail. And this was probably the first or second week I was here, and I was already mouthy. Now, she comes down, and we're like, what the fuck happened? Why the fuck did you do that? Like, just basically acting like she was our friend. After she did what she did. So, we're asking her what the fuck happened. Like, she had a bruise, like a real bad bruise next few days. So, we asked her what happened, and basically, she tells us that the women upstairs wanted her to pretend to get hurt and go to the hospital to get drugs and bring them back to them. You pretended to fall down the fucking stairs to get drugs to bring back to them. Everybody was there because of drugs. I was not. Anyway, so this whole thing happened because you wanted to impress these women and wanted to get drugs for them and everything, so you hurt yourself in the process. She had this big fucking bruise on her back for weeks. So basically, you know, people will go to certain lengths to get drugs, apparently. After all of this thing happened with her throwing herself down the stairs, I didn't like her. I did not like her. And when you're in jail and you smoke, you kind of notice that people will do things to kind of subside the nicotine cravings. So, in jail, the one that I went to, they have this certain type of coffee, and it's called Keefy. And they will use paper towels. They will use Bible pages. They will use book pages. Now, they would take a little bit of, like a spoon of coffee, put it in the tiniest bit of water, lay out all the papers, and coat them with coffee, like both sides, and let them dry. Now, this girl, the woman that pissed me off, okay, that threw herself down the stairs, she knew how to make them very well, okay, which meant she was there before. She had been in jail before. They would take this coffee, rip it up, roll it, and someone had a lighter, and you'd smoke it, right? So she's selling them for whatever, and she's making them for her and herself. And I noticed she kept doing it under the stairs, so nobody would see her. The problem was this was after the women left. After those, the women that I had made friends with. I told you guys in the jail video that I had made friends with these few women. Well, 2 of them had left. They had went home. You know, they had gotten out. And, you know, obviously I cried when they left. But they were kind of like my mom to me in a way. Like, it was just how they acted towards me. They were really sweet. But anyway, this was after they left, right? And so this girl was making them on my fucking bed. I had gotten up to do something. I think I had went to go to the bathroom, or I was talking to some people. And I noticed she kept making it on my bed. And where I slept, it was right between, like, right by the stairs, like, underneath the stairs. Because I had taken a boat, and I had went under the stairs. Now, she was making these on my bed, and it started pissing me off because I didn't like the smell. And the smell stunk. Like, if you've ever smelled coffee on paper, it stinks. And I love coffee, but this coffee was gross. And she was just making it on the bed. And it was pissing me off. And it was me and this other woman. Okay. There was a woman that kept sleeping the entire week I was there. She kept sleeping the entire week. She had gotten there the day after I did. And she was just sleeping the entire time. Me and her had become friends. And this girl kept coming over to me and her and talking to us, right? All of this is going on and she's making fucking keepies on my bed. That shit stinks, for one. And it was pissing me off. And she kept doing it. Deliberately. Like, she kept doing it. I don't think that was the right word. But she kept doing it. On purpose. Knowing it's pissing me off. I had went off on this bitch several times because of this. And at this last point, she finally got the fucking hint. I looked at her. She was on my bed again. I think I had just gotten done eating. And I was pissed. Like, half the time I was mad because, one, I was in pain a lot of the time. I was hurting all of the time. So, I looked at her this last time because I was not going to tell her again. I looked at this bitch and I said, if you do not get your keepy making ass off my fucking bed, I am going to punch you in the fucking face. And I'll make sure it leaves a bruise this time. Now, the only reason why I said that was because, you know, since she threw herself down the stairs, she didn't get no bruise on her face or her head or anything. So I told her if she doesn't get off my fucking bed with that keepy shit she's making, I will leave a bruise on her head. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next story time. Bye.